I'm still in my workout clothes this morning because my wife and I just got back from a good, brisk walk, and it felt like the right backdrop for what I want to talk about. Today, what I've got for you is a quiz. It's based on a really interesting piece of research that was done in Japan with an unexpected result. And I'll admit, if someone had given me the quiz I'm about to give you, I would have gotten the answer wrong. But let's see how you do. Hi, I'm Tony Deering of GoCogno.com, the website for people with mild cognitive impairment. My quiz for you today is based on a study involving 11,000 Japanese adults over the age of 64 who were divided into four groups. Group 1 went to sports clubs to work out. Group 2 went to sports clubs to socialize but didn't exercise. Group 3 worked out at home, and Group 4 did nothing. They stayed home and they didn't exercise at all. Researchers wanted to know if working out is more cognitively beneficial when you do it with other people. And as far as they could tell, that had never been studied before. They followed these four groups for a period of 4 years to see how they fared in overall health and how much cognitive decline they experienced over that time. So what did the results show? That's what I'm going to ask you to guess. Let's go back to the slide that shows the four groups. In your mind, rank these four according to how much cognitive decline they experienced from the least to the most. Have you done that? Okay, let's see what the answers were. Now, two of the answers are obvious. The older adults who had the best overall health and the least amount of cognitive decline was Group 1, the people who went to the sports clubs and worked out. And the ones who did the worst were the people who did nothing, stayed home, didn't exercise. But what about the other two groups? The group of people who worked out at home and the group of people who went to the sports clubs but didn't exercise, just sat around, chatted with other people. Well, it turns out that one of those groups fared really well, almost as well as the people who went to sports clubs and worked out. Which group do you think it was? It was Group 2, the people who went to sports club regularly but didn't work out. Well, that's not what I would have guessed, and it turned out not to be what the researchers were expecting at all. When I talked to Dr. Ichiro Kawachi, a Harvard medical doctor and PhD who was the lead author of this study, he told me, yes, that was surprising. I was joking with him a little, and I told him, people are going to love the results of this study. They're going to say, wow, that's great. This means I don't have to work out. I can just go to a gym and watch other people work out, and I'll do almost as well as they did. And he laughed and said, no, that's not the takeaway. If you participate in clubs and physical activity, that's the best grouping, he told me. You should do both. But he did go on to add that the loss of social connection as we age can be a significant threat to cognition, just as a lack of exercise can. He said, some might argue it's even more important for older Americans to make efforts for connectiveness. I think that may have been the single most important observation he made in my interview with them. And more, I'm coming to think that I don't emphasize that point nearly enough. In these videos I do every week, I talk a lot about exercise. And based on the best evidence we have right now, physical activity is the first and most important thing anyone with mild cognitive impairment can do to help themselves. But what I'm hearing more about these days is the importance of social stimulation and the dangers of loneliness and isolation. I was talking the other day to a woman who runs an adult day program for people with cognitive impairment, and she said very bluntly, if someone is home alone, they decline so much faster. I raise that today because MCI can be an isolating condition for a variety of reasons. First of all, it is very common for people with mild cognitive impairment to experience depression or apathy. And if you're struggling with that, you just may not feel like going out at all. There also can be a tendency among people with MCI to lose their confidence about being in social settings and being afraid they're going to be in a situation where they say the wrong thing or do the wrong thing or embarrass themselves. And it can become a tendency to simply avoid that by staying home. Unfortunately, sadly, that can be one of the self-fulfilling prophecies of mild cognitive impairment. The greater the isolation, the faster that cognitive decline can potentially occur. Anything you can do to stay socially engaged can help you combat that. I think that's one of the reasons you see memory cafes springing up all over the country. People need places where they feel welcome and safe and understood. Maybe you can also get that when you're with family or friends who know about your diagnosis and want to be supportive of you. Maybe you've found a way to stay socially connected that works for you. If you have, let others know about it. Leave a comment below. I look forward to hearing from you, and I hope to see you again next week. Until then, as always, be kind to your mind.